Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And I figure since I already did the first and second movies in this trilogy, let's do the third one as well. So today we are doing the 2009 action, comedy, horror thriller Feast 3 The Happy Finish. Here's your trivia question for today. This film has two extremely random things at the end. What are those two things? The answer will be at the end of this video. In this third film, we head back to the same town, and in fact, right back to the same moment where we left our survivors, up on top of the roof. By this point, most of the survivors are still around. We've lost a few throughout the journey, but for the most part, they're all still here. But once again, they do a great job in this film series of showcasing right away that no one is safe. And of course, the horrible, terrible, bloodthirsty monsters are still running rampant throughout the town. We do, however, in this film get to meet a few new characters, and once again, they all have some interesting, fun little nicknames. We have Jean Claude Seagal, Shit Kicker, and Short Bus Gus slash The Prophet. Slasher, by the way, has one of the worst changes in this film, as he apparently gets transformed into a monster hybrid. So, of course, the real question is, will any of our survivors make it to the end of this film? John Gulager, who has been the director for the first two films, is once again back for this third one. The third film is shot back to back with the second movie, and it's no surprise as it starts up right away where the second one left off. This film was actually shot in 19 days. Before they decided on the third film starting up right after the second one, the original concept was that the third one was going to take place in the future. The original script for this version of the film actually had Secrets and Lightning both surviving instead of it just being the bartender. Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, who wrote the script for all of the three films so far, actually wrote a script for a fourth film in 2009 that still hasn't happened. It apparently has more gore, nudity, and sexual perversion than all three previous films combined. If a fourth film ever does actually get made, I do think, if possible, they should bring back the characters of Bozo, Hot Wheels, and Heroin Number 2, just so that we know what happened to them. Also, I have a feeling that Diane Ayala Goldner will probably show up as well, either because we didn't actually see Biker Queen die, or she could even be the third sister that is part of a triplet. Here's one last piece of trivia that I just found interesting. Some of the scenes where they did the sewer tunnels, the water was absolutely freezing. And apparently, the actor Clu Gulager, who plays the bartender, was the only actor who refused to wear a wetsuit. So, when it comes to the film Feast 3 The Happy Finish, I enjoyed it just like the last one. It's fun, entertaining, gory, but I do have to say it didn't really change much or become any better. So I'm going to have to give this one a 2 out of 5. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, this film has two extremely random things at the end. What are those two things? There is, of course, the giant robot that just comes by and crushes some of the survivors. And, of course, the mariachi who walks up and begins to sing about everything that's occurred in the movie so far during the end credits. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews. If there's a movie you'd like to see get a review, just mention it in the comments. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe.